I told Tonio them to be here at 8 o'clock.
Did you come at 8?
I can't though.
Call me.
Tonio Bill.
Okay, Tonio. All right.
Yeah.
We growing. We growing.
You gotta get on the mic.
I'm glad one bigger than live and in the face. No M-bombs today. No. S-bombs today.
I told y'all last time.
No
I'm
S.
saved. I just ain't used the mirror.
Ain't no
Yeah, that
question
joke
on
was
the
like,
right,
man,
boy.
y'all
You gotta stop on the right, boy. You gotta get with your right, boy. Right, boy.
Right.
I'm about to watch the
Only
Mike
got
Todd
bars
thing while
today,
y'all
bro.
sit here.
I'm rapping everything I say, bro. Everything I
No,
say,
you're not.
bro.
Not today.
Rapping it, bro.
No, you're not.
Bro, I said I'm rapping everything.
We're gonna
that
turn
I
your
say.
mic off.
He said it's July. I said no, it's May.
Over y'all.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Moesha. My last name used to be Tisha. Moesha Tisha. You heard it. I'm on the mic. What you doing, boy? I know you like what I'm saying.
I'm watching the Mike Todd thing.
All day and night, swaying.
Hey, bro.
He swaying. I'm just saying. Huh? How's it eating biscuits? Biscuit head.
Wrong about everything. You know what I mean? You ain't said one accurate thing yet. We got every brand but biscuit. We got cinnamon rolls, Taylor Swift, every brand but biscuit is on that table. Butter biscuit. Yeah. Everything butter biscuit.
I am so sleepy.
Right. Butter biscuit heads.
That's good.
So sleepy.
And we interviewed a dude that took the spit.
Ooh.
Older brother, younger brother.
I don't care. It don't even matter.
It matters.
It could have been his distant brother.
I
It
think
don't
he's
matter.
younger. I done heard different reports. I done heard older.
Brother.
When we get home, we look what that means.
Wow.
Hey,
Bro, he didn't know. You don't think he knew he was really got?
yeah, that's the deal, though.
Wait, we not starting yet. We not starting yet. Hold on. I know y'all about to go in.
Hey, listen. I need a. Hey, what a button that? What a beep beep.
It's you. Just don't worry.
It's inside.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you still gonna eat? Shoot.
I'm eating.
Man, that man said.
Okay.
And Rocky, you seen the look like
was sitting in his hand, rolling it around.
he up there chefing.
He let it marinate for a minute.
And then gonna douse it.
We started
And
yet?
then go wow.
Hey. 100,000 niggas spinning your face.
Right. We didn't agree to these terms.
You gonna have to give me
100,000.
give me a minute to stay off your behind, boy.
I'm saying, so 100,000. You
We're
was
not gonna start yet. Wait. Don't start yet. Wait.
You just wasted a whole emotional moment right now.
100,000.
Not wait. I'm done talking to you.
Hey,
Now I'm ready.
100,000 niggas be on your stomach.
Oh. Can we please start? Yes.
These are not the views.
Yes. Kaiser. Let's start. Yes.
Here come y'all.
We're winning on one can't film on.
No, they can come in. That's fine.
Super late, but
Yes, that's fine. Yes, that's.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready for the dun.
There it is.
Welcome to the In the Booth podcast. My name is Messenja.
These are my keys.
Okay.
Blue folk Barber.
Ramona Jones.
Oh, that's me, Jasmine. Hi.
Everything came together in the booth. Years later, and we still in the booth. You a podcast with the interviews. Can't even stop what we finna do. Got a resume longer than a limousine. Then we got something for the king, something for the queen. And we got a winning team, about to do the thing. Then we hit up with a bada boom, bada bing.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the hoes, speaking to the youth.
Those are melons. That's melon.
That's antelope.
No, honeydew.
Honeydew. That honeydew be busting by the antelope.
That's a deer, bro.
Antelope. You got cantaloupe and antelope.
Wrong thing came to my head. But again, welcome
For real?
Yeah, welcome to our.
No, he was serious.
No, we ain't finna just walk into the introduction like that.
Antelope.
I was thinking cantaloupe. Wrong thing came to my head. Yeah. I just tried to rhyme. I was rapping.
Welcome to In the Booth
You
where
still
the deer and the
rapping?
antelope play.
Yes.
The spirit of Jasmine. Jumped on me.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I wasn't even in that one.
the spirit of false rap jumped on me. I just jumped on in that thing. You know, it was on me. It was on me.
Right.
Welcome back everybody,
Another week.
Another week, another episode of In the Booth.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah, right.
Had a blitz.
Before we get started.
We got some guests, but I guess they ain't coming.
Yeah, we got 8 guests. We got 8 guests.
We got one out.
Tony on the building.
Tony on the building. Yeah.
Spokesperson on
Yeah,
behalf
we got a
of.
representative of 1K fam right now.
Yeah, they coming.
Yeah, they coming.
They coming.
But while we wait on them, make sure you go on to all the podcast platforms, Spotify,
Right.
Apple Music. There go one.
That right.
Oh, there go two. Yeah, they like. Yeah.
I had it, that right.
Show him.
What up, son?
Yeah. Turn your mics on. What's over there? Turn your mics on, man.
This you right here.
Yeah. What? They here now.
Hey.
Turn your mic on. Turn your mic on.
We ain't here.
Yeah.
That right.
Okay.
Check.
Not they here.
Like
Like I was saying, go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, and all the podcast platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share the podcast.
All that.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, before
We got a crazy show today.
Yeah, right.
And we got to give a salute to the Happy Preacher. Went on the Glory this week.
man.
Really?
Yeah, Happy Preacher went on the
Did we
Glory.
just look him up? Like,
Yes.
just look him
I
up.
didn't know that.
Happy Preacher passed this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who Happy Preacher is,
Yo.
one, Happy Preacher is the guy that we was at everybody's funeral.
Yeah.
That's what I
He
know
goes
him for.
up at everybody.
He's a reverend, known as a Happy Preacher, but he's the one that brings the spirit to your funeral.
Yeah.
And I've been in Atlanta for 25 years, and every prominent funeral,
He gonna be there.
he was there.
Yeah.
And not only there, you gonna know he's there.
Yeah.
He there.
He the one that's like, yes sir,
Yes, sir.
and then
You right. You right. Say it, President.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. I think it was Whitney Houston funeral. So Bill Clinton turned and said, "I hear you, Happy Preacher."
Yeah.
Wow.
When I heard Bill Clinton say that, I said, "This man."
No.
I need his
I was at
booking
one
guy.
exchange with Pastor Dollar, and one of our brothers had passed, and I know Pastor wasn't going to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And Pastor Dollar was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Happy Preacher is in the building."
Yep.
And it's like if you don't say nothing,
Yeah.
he
He
gonna
gonna keep
take over.
going.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember him at
He gonna
Left
take-
Eye's funeral.
He was at Left Eye
Yeah.
funeral. He was at I think Maynard Jackson's funeral. And so
It's like everybody's funeral.
and
And he always get a good seat.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I learned about him though. He's a world-class chef.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
He was
so.
a
Yeah.
cook.
That right.
Didn't know that.
I did not know that. And they, the best though. Like
I
the
was about to
best.
say, with that spirit, that food probably good, though.
Yeah, that right.
Yeah.
Like, look, what you mean with that?
But
Just saying. I'm just saying, some people like put love into their food, so that's all.
Well, you put the spirit on it.
he back there with a tambourine.
You tried.
yeah.
You tried.
Butter
Ever
biscuits.
see somebody cook food angry, it's not going to be
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah.
Biscuits anointed, boy.
Hey, when I clean my chicken,
That Holy Ghost
I
bottle?
gotta sing to it.
That's ain't the chicken.
I'm dead serious. That's
What you say?
What do you sing?
Top 5.
everything.
Top 5 songs you sing to your chicken when you cook.
Nuh-uh, that's not the next one. No.
You see
I
Joe?
feel like chicken
You see
tonight.
Joe?
I'm a big boy, man. Yeah, I cook.
I know that right.
Big boy.
Yeah, that right.
Stupid.
All right. So 1K Famo is with us.
Yeah.
Yo, that right.
And so,
Praise God.
I want everybody to introduce yourselves. The members
Man,
of
everybody
1K.
know who these boys is.
Yeah,
Man, the boys all over the place, man.
You got people.
Bro, you can't scroll social media without seeing them,
but
bro.
what I'm
Everybody
saying
know who these guys
is
is.
they still gotta know
Okay.
for those people who don't know.
Okay.
All
You
right.
gotta
For
be
the
in
one
the know.
person that's watching, that don't know.
That right.
Go ahead, man. Introduce.
Hey, how y'all beautiful people doing? My name is DonTino, Tonio,
Yeah.
a lot of other things.
Tino,
but,
no cap,
you know,
all that.
I'm
Y'all
part of the
know who he
1K Famo. I'm part of the 1K Famo industry, man, and I'm part of the Free Life crew too, man. So you know
Let
we
go.
out here,
That
man.
right.
Let go.
Free life.
Yes.
Free life.
I am 1KP son, man, part of 1K family, going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God, you know,
Show
doing
it,
what
yeah.
we do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who you talking to,
Podcast
sucker?
land, lift your hands right now. Lift your hands.
Lift those hands. That's
Lift
right.
those hands.
hands.
Lift those hands.
That
I
right.
am Dr. Few.
He's
Let me
Dr.
stop
Few.
playing. Nah, these the doctors right here. We're gonna come back to that. I'm 1K Few, you know, Free Life OG, Free Life
Yeah, right.
original.
Free life. Free life.
1K Famo. Yeah. Shout out 116.
And I'm 2K Messenger.
Yes, sir.
Not 2K.
One company, boy.
2K messages.
How y'all do the one?
I'm 2K Joe. I'm 2K.
2K. We the 2K fam. Y'all.
Wait, now, so
Yeah, 2K famo.
you guys just did something with Coalition DJs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that event, man, real quick. I mean, we're gonna talk to y'all. Y'all gonna hang the whole show, but I want y'all to kind of talk about your music and the moves that y'all making, even taking the kingdom to the mainstream. And so talk about that performance and, how,
Yeah,
and
we
what
had,
was that like?
We had Coalition when that was like 2 days ago. What else?
2 days ago.
Yeah. So shout out that boy DJ Funky, DJ X,
Shout out.
CSA, Coalition Kingdom, Coalition DJs. But yeah, it's just it's a platform. You know, for those who don't know, Coalition DJs, it's like a whole outlet for DJs, not only in Atlanta but across the world, to help push, you know, independent artists and, you know, mainstream artists as well.
Yeah, right.
And they don't usually push gospel artists at all. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why this is like a big moment. You feel what I'm saying? And shout out that boy CSA for stepping up, taking that position. But we just trying to make it big. We're trying to go big. We're trying to go big for the biggest. So
Amen.
it's
So
just
how
up
did
there.
y'all represent
right.
y'all represent the kingdom. Y'all don't smoke no more.
We won't smoke no more, right?
So y'all don't smoke no more.
We don't want no smoke no more.
No smoke. You don't want no smoke no more.
smoke.
You don't smoke no more. You don't smoke no more. So how y'all are in that atmosphere of temptation,
Right.
but still do kingdom work?
That
you know,
part.
and people see the difference in the light on you. Like I know they hear it in the lyrics. I know they hear it in the swag, but sometimes in that atmosphere it's very tempting. How do you, you know, what do you suggest? You know, I got a young kid that's coming up. He's 13, Minion, Sky Blue. He like, Dad, call me Sky Blue.
Sky Blue.
Right. Shout out to Sky Blue. Yeah, right.
Your mama named you Jameen? I'm calling you Jameen.
What would you tell him when he's trying to be a light in darkness and he's in a compromising, not a compromising because he's there to do the will of God, but you know, what would you tell him in that type of pressure? Because everybody can't handle that type of pressure.
Right.
Everybody can't see them girls walk across, you know, in the stage and everybody, you know.
Yeah, right.
So how do y'all handle it, you know, and keep each other accountable? Somebody.
Yeah, I just feel like you just got to know, you know, your mission and know what you know what God called you to do. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be in that atmosphere. And one, if you in that atmosphere, you gotta be built for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you ain't built for that, then you probably gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna, because it's too strong. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just, you know, keep God first going in it. But how we do, we just, you know what I'm saying, stay amongst ourselves, or amongst our brothers, and just kind of kick it in and, you know, let our light shine. And then people come, you know, asking us, you know, what we own. And once they hear the music, once they see how we kick it, you know, and just be up from there, and then we sold our seed and we go.
Yeah.
Now you say you have to be built for that. So what does that mean? Like how are you built for that? What do you have to do? What do you have to be a part of?
I feel like you kind of gotta come from it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To know, you know, the finesses, the drug dealers, the scammers. You know, you out there with all of them. So, you know, you can run into anything. You know what I'm saying? Out there on that side. So it's like being built for is just knowing the environment you in and knowing how to move in it. You know what I'm saying?
I just recently seen you. I don't know. I saw you performing, but you were performing in front of inmates.
Oh yeah.
And they were singing praises to God. Like by the end of that,
that went viral too.
And I was like, man, this is so anointing. Like talk about where were you?
So we was really in Miami in a prison, maximum security prison down in Miami. Shout out Scott Free. You know,
Scott Free.
He took me down there
get you up here, bro.
With him in Maverick City. You know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to be able to do that, and pretty much, you know, he took me with him. And when I went in there, I ain't know what to expect. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I know the streets, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how they gonna, you know, take this, because I know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
You also didn't know if they had little charge you forgot about or something like that.
Yeah, we've been looking for you.
Come on in.
I'm like, you gonna keep my ID? Like, nah, but for real, it was definitely a dope experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, really seeing the transformation. Because when I started, it was like they was just kind of looking like, you know what I'm saying? And then pretty much just with the sauce and with kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they familiarized, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit, and then, you know what I'm saying, when they seen it was God, they just turned all the way up.
Wow.
So around the time, you know what I'm saying?
That was such a powerful image to see inmates worshiping God, like really crying out and knowing the songs.
It was crazy.
Like they knew the song. So all right, so Few has recorded more music
in 1 week.
In 2 hours.
Right.
Yes. In 2 hours, bro.
Like, bro, no, like you got what I got.
Yeah.
Right, you got so.
He got issues. He got issues.
It don't stop. I like, but the music don't stop. And I understand like how you got it. It never stop in your head. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask, how do you control that being a family man? Like, cause that was my biggest thing I'm still working on it to this day, to whittle family in my creativity. And so like y'all coming free life, it's always changing, it's always this, it's always that. I'm putting lights up because my creativity don't stop. So I gotta get it out. You know, I gotta do something, or I gotta do music or something. How do you control so much creativity and balance it, even if you don't have, you know, my wife is creative, but she didn't understand the studio. So God told me to give her my schedule, and I never forget, and I understand why now, because if we would not have cleaved, if she wouldn't have been involved, and so how do you do that? Like this is for young couples, and everybody's still working on stuff, because I'm still working on stuff. You know, Justice, like I didn't really know him a lot, because I was in the studio a lot, working for Free Life a lot, and I had to repent and go back in. So talk about.
Man, that was around the time Preachers of
Yo,
Atlanta too.
yo,
That was around the time Preachers of Atlanta too.
Yeah, so he born
right into it,
literally.
literally.
And we released I Am Justice.
Yep.
We released we started Free Life, and we was in Preachers of Atlanta, and I just had, and my wife was pregnant.
Right.
And we had him in the middle of that, and I've been running since. And so I had to break a lot of stuff to know my child again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about being creative and keeping that creative under control.
Yeah.
You know, I call music the other woman. We got to keep
sure.
that girl under control. That's
sure.
that's the word we're gonna use right now.
Yeah, they're right.
We got to keep that girl under control.
Right.
So talk about that.
To be honest, I don't keep her under control or anything. Like I literally just give it to God. Like I just realized it really take understanding, patience, and self-control. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely in a marriage. And I just had to have self-control over my music and self-control over my feelings. You know, because sometimes, you know, me being an artist and my wife not being an artist, you know, she doesn't always understand the artistry of it and the creative side. So I have to remember that she doesn't get it all the way. So I can't be quick to get in my feelings just because, you know, she busts in the room while I'm recording and she don't know that I done messed up on this line 10 times.
Right.
And I cuss anybody out to come in the room.
I got a question. I got a music question.
Yeah, and it's like I just had to learn how to have self-control over myself because it really started with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the leader.
You are what I went through trying to control creativity without it destroying everything else.
Facts.
And it's like, yeah, man, sometimes like you're just in the room all day or you're just working all day. Cause the studio is, you know, I hate a studio with windows. Yeah. I don't want to see the sun. Yeah. Whether it's up or down, you know, sometimes we got on the same clothes for 2 or 3 days because you work, and we don't know. And so trying to put my wife into that when it was very intense at first. You know, I was like, well, you know, you got to work the equipment. You got to tell. My wife was working the equipment.
Yes,
sir. She did everything for my career. She was my first dancer.
Yeah, right.
All that, yes.
My first dancer at Hype Man. Then after that, she'll.
The sound
you talking about on stage? Okay, my bad.
Oh man.
We was in here last night working. Tip and he had his phone on the thing. And Tip called, what you doing? He grabbed that phone so quick. So and she did all that.
Yes.
She was gonna be like the girl on Boomerang. I don't have any.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have any.
She was like, my God. I don't have any
Focus, Lord.
That's married, but driven by ministry. They don't understand the priority of family over ministry or family over everything. And so talk about like you have 2 kids.
Yeah, 2 kids, 2 daughters.
So 2 kids. You super creative. And you're trying to keep this thing
make kids like you make music.
Y'all not pregnant?
No.
Y'all just had a baby. Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, so
Not yet.
Not yet. Look, if I look.
He going for that.
Oh yeah, come on. We gotta get the sequel.
So talk about like how you are keeping that balance. You know, sometimes you got to stay Clark Kent longer than you stay Superman.
Wow.
Sure.
You know? Boy, that's a big statement right there.
You know, because you know, Superman is for the world,
Exactly.
Clark Kent for the crib.
Exactly.
And so, how do you do that? And then how do you after rocking shows and then come back to being, you know,
And doing tea parties and playing Barber.
It's really you really got to switch the roles to make it work though. Like you got to be Superman at home, and you got to show the world the real.
Ooh. Boy, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Superman at home.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how I would kick it. I got to switch roles.
Yeah.
I love it.
I got.
Because at first I was trying to be Superman to the world, and I ain't really had a priorities straight, or because I'm just not stepping, I just not getting signed. Like I ain't never really been around stuff like that, so I'm like, I gotta move how they move, or I gotta do how they do, and then I'm going back home and just compromising type thing. And it was like, nah, I really had to get my stuff together and really mature and grow. You feel what I'm saying? So that when I had to switch roles.
And I can see, and when I start to see, I can see the music based off where your life at. Like, and I was like, yo, he getting it, he understand. And so, and then when I came up to the studio, wifey was there, and I was like, you understand, you understand. Like even if I already know what I'm gonna do, I still ask Mona. I ask her, cause she done changed my mind. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm talking about on everything. Like even like, what you think about this outfit?
Yeah. Me too.
I wouldn't do them shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Your wife ain't gonna lie to you. Anybody.
She like, I ain't gonna do that. I wouldn't do them shoes. I'm like, all right. But, and then sometimes I went out and did the shoes. And then like, God.
Being hard-headed.
That's when self-control came in for me too, though. Like not with the shoes and nothing like that, but like say if we were to get in like a little argument or something over something small, I would get in. We would do the argument, right? And then after the argument, I would really sit and think about it, like. She was really right.
Wow. You listen to the argument too late.
It's still rendering, yes.
Here's the big thing about when she's right. I'm learning to say.
Look at her fight. Look. Lift those hands. Lift those hands.
Because Mona want to hear she right more than I'm wrong. Which it sounds like the same thing, but it's not.
It's not.
Because most of the time, like, okay, my bad. All right.
Yeah, that's my bad. When you say you're right, it's like, so you heard what I said.
But it's more like, okay, you right.
You heard what I said when I said what I said.
You heard what I said when I said what I said.
But I've given some you're rights.
Every
I
night.
probably need to give some more. I probably
He gonna get your rights for the month.
But people who are creative or know what they want, are really driven by that, and so I just know that like he got what I got. You got what I got on music. This boy named Nate. Nate got it with the electronic
lights.
Oh my God, bro! You go to Nate's
Shout out to
church in house.
Yeah.
That joker got lights
everywhere,
bro. Baby crib was made out of lights.
Can't even go to sleep.
Light show.
I'm like,
Can't even go to sleep.
I'm like, you got what I got, bro. You got to drop. So with that, man, we love what y'all doing.
I got a question too.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, now y'all make records, y'all make hits. As an artist, be honest, how many misses y'all got between the hit?
Oh yeah.
How many of y'all be like, oh, let me get rid of that? How many you be like, nah, that ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? See,
people don't know that. Explain this to the world.
Yeah.
People don't know.
I'm
That's not a hit every time.
That's why you report a lot.
What you want? Boy, I got too many stories, boy. Like, and I got
bro, like straight up trash. Like, what is that?
That's what I was, and it's like, well, I don't think I ever made no trash. I done made some mid before. I done made some mid before. And I got folks around me to tell me like, nah, like you can go harder.
That's important. That's very important to have.
Are you making it? You just community around me.
Yeah.
Are you making it?
You tell you the truth.
Like you feel it like this it. Then go eat something and come back like
Right.
The next day, no, it's the next day. You come back next day, you play.
And then you can spend 10 hours on
that part.
And you listen back like, what was I going through?
But you gotta let that. You gotta let that thing marinate for a minute.
Yeah.
'Cause if you don't let it marinate, you gotta leave and come back too. You got to. That's a must.
Yeah, because people just think you record a song.
Yeah,
and
you
just put
got
it
to.
out.
That's a must. Gotta let that thing run.
I'm not one of them people who hold my music and try to be reserved until the release. It's like I try to let my whole circle, everybody, hear my album, everything. Am I tripping?
Yeah,
Like, let me know if I'm tripping.
I've been working on like APB. The APB song that I just released. I did that in April of last year.
Oh my God.
Hold on, which one? The one you just released was hard.
With
Now.
Minion.
That's the one.
The one
Which
with
one?
the one
APB.
Minion beat. The one Minion did.
And it's kind of like a pop beat.
No, that's so I'm doing it. So the Lord told me to do a song a week. So
Okay.
so
So
that
music every
song
Monday.
is called
Liberty.
That-
and the remix is gonna be with Tonio. I'm trying to.
He got like 12 names. Who are you today? Who are you today?
That boy is no cap. He got all these.
Tonio got 18 Facebook pages. Got 18 Facebook pages.
Type in DonTino on Instagram right now. 10 accounts gonna pop up.
You ain't lying?
That means the Lord looking for you. When you got the aliases like that, that means you're
Right.
Oh,
You need your mask. You need his mask.
All right, man.
DonTino.
Oh, man.
Hey, you call him. He don't answer. You call him and he don't answer. Antonio told him.
Oh, man.
I'm not that Tino.
I didn't want to, call it government now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, wait. He met an Italian mob boss not too long ago. He told him what his real name was.
He got dubbed. You
Man,
know.
the dude told me my name was Antonio Tolini.
Wow.
He said you was a barber. Your name is Antonio Tolini.
Jasmine. Martini.
He's in the building.
Hey, wait.
Facebook page.
Okay, speaking of names, I want to know what 1K is. Like, where did that come from?
1,000.
I mean, is that the obvious? This is 1,000?
Yeah. I mean, so basically, like, long story short, before me and Antonio met, I had 1K. He had Femo going, and when we became brothers, like, we just brought it together. And 1K basically stands for being 1,000, like you said, and just being authentically who God calls you to be.
Yeah, right.
And that's really my story, really on how I really found myself and really made my relationship with God stronger. Because my whole life I was just going through tradition and religion, and ain't nothing wrong with religion,
Right.
of course.
Right.
But I wasn't choosing relationship over that. I was just really going through the motions on Sunday and Wednesday and just doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Because your mama had you in church.
Oh no, I was in there.
Yeah,
I was in there. I was definitely in there.
You just want 1K in now.
For sure.
But let me tell you something about your mom and your dad that I would cherish for the rest of my life. Your mom realized that form of church wasn't working for you.
Yeah.
She left her comfort zone
For
to
you.
come to Free Life.
Yeah.
Facts.
I
For a
say,
generation,
what?
right.
I say, man, if that ain't a mama
Right.
and a real dad
Right.
that's willing to start over, like they were there. Literally
First
day
day,
one.
Yeah.
Hit literally like when it
Three
was
people in the
Riri,
room, yeah.
It was Riri, and then it was your mom and daddy and you, Antonio, and y'all,
Auntie,
kids, and
Nasir,
and Nasir.
AJ.
But in that I'm talking about downtown in the dance room.
Yeah, I remember like yesterday.
Like that, like
First
they,
grade.
Yeah.
First grade.
very
Yep.
first day. And it's
Hey, I ain't gonna cap, but we thought we was finna come to a mega church. Mama said, nah, this ain't it. We going to CantonJones.
Day one, bro. That was the first. When y'all
Humble beginning, bro.
that
Humble
was the
beginning.
first day.
Yep.
Humble beginning.
I was
That's
like, oh.
Hey, but God showed up that day, bro.
Yeah, he did.
That was so.
And because I was like, Lord, this ain't it. And so y'all done been with me. We done got kicked out of church.
Yep.
We done,
Together.
We got
That was,
we got
hey,
literally
now that I
kicked
think
out
about
of
it, that
church.
was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
That was a beautiful moment. Now I think during wasn't.
The reason
it
why.
wasn't during,
Right.
but when you think about on why we did it and just what it represented,
right?
Man, that was
First,
beautiful.
we did a video. We did a video called "Preacher Man" of us not being welcome to church. Then they welcomed us in. I seen that. All right, the total opposite of that video happened.
The week later.
After
The week later.
In real life, man. I was so hurt. Okay, so we are in Columbia, South Carolina, to where they gave us the doctorate.
Full circle.
Amen.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle.
Too much of a perfect talk. But we are there. There was a threat of a hurricane coming, so they felt like where they had the program, it was a radio station doing it, almost like Praise in the Park in Columbia, South Carolina. So they didn't want to have it at the park because they felt like it was going to be windy. The hurricane wasn't coming that day, but it was getting closer. And so they changed it to a church. So, of course, we come in, some other gospel artists that are there, very known gospel artists, and they switched the order around, and we ended up going last. So the kids were there waiting to get lit with us. Yeah. We come out, we do G.O.D. or password or something like that, something real to warm up everybody, not
real safe.
And right, that's light.
We out there just, all right. And they turn the music off.
No.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
At first we thinking it's like
we thought it was a sound problem. I was like, okay, all right, sound problem. Then I went to Love Song. I was like, well then let's just do something old school then.
Electric slide, something easy.
We did electric slide, turn the music off again. And that time I saw the dude was like what?
The electric slide was secular.
Like
Girl,
he doing this.
A whole
So I'm like,
thing.
wait, something wrong? Y'all good in the back? Let's try it again. Let's go to G.O.D. Something that's gonna say God.
Literally.
Like G.O.D. I started off for the first thing. There's no other name than Jesus.
Yeah, that right.
Second song is G.O.D. God.
Family in that mother. Right?
Man, they cut my music off again. So I was like, all right, well, I
Why
left.
didn't he even let you keep starting it up? They was gonna keep doing it.
I have no
my
idea.
thing is like, why you invite me out?
Well,
of
that
y'all
part, you know what they do.
So the radio station brought me out, and they changed it to that church at the last minute. So that church would not have invited me.
Would have known.
But they had to have
No,
sense enough to know
yeah,
that, you know.
come on, man.
So we're good. We're like, all right. I have a talk in the back with the dude. Tonio sitting there. Lord Jesus, amen.
That's all you had to say.
Amen. Yeah.
But look, he
No,
talking.
Tonio did good. Yeah, he did good.
Talking to both of us.
For a minute.
Big Boy in the Kitchen was with us too. And he shocked me. He was like really good. Like, no, y'all calm down. I was
And
like,
Savon, everybody was calm.
It was Mona we had to calm down.
That's what I heard
So we had the first thing was we had the conversation with the dude. He was like, well, man, I was like, well, I mean, what about these kids, man? And this is how we do it. Y'all know what I do. I'm not a stranger to this type of stuff. He was like, well, sir, we just don't do that type of stuff in our ministry. We choose to do it another way. So Tonio is standing there with us, and I was like, all right, well, okay, well, we'll agree to disagree.
No, I hate to see what they children ministry look like.
But check it out.
What
Check it out.
Like pilgrims.
So he says, so we shake hands.
The nuns, but
We shake hands. Then you go outside, tell them what to do. This is what kicked it off. So you go outside. So the man is trying to talk to you.
Man.
And then his partner come up and say, you good?
Right, on some gangster stuff and hit 3-piece
No,
suit
he
on
didn't
me.
hit you with you good.
No,
Yeah.
he came to the other guy.
Trying to check on their partner.
Like, you good? You good, bro? He flexing.
I'm good.
On some gangster shit. Yeah.
He asked his partner. Yeah, he asked his
And I was
partner.
taking, and see, I was being good. I was taking the stuff back to the car. You know, Mona told me to take all the stuff off the table to take it back.
We were leaving peacefully. Yes.
We were leaving peaceful at those days.
It wasn't nothing to be
Man, we
scared
were
of.
leaving so peaceful at those
We
days.
were leaving peacefully.
We
What were they
So
being
look,
afraid
so
of?
look, when he say that,
It's over with.
then he.
Right. And that what happened? He made, and that what happened.
So
It was like a roller
I felt that tick.
It was
That's
like a
the tick I
roller coaster
felt.
from then on.
it got crazy.
Yeah. Hold on, partner. We know what that means. What? Going to the homie asking if it's good. I'm trying to get right. You know what I mean?
charges.
No charge.
On me. On me. Yes.
What happened? What happened?
Telling me these church folk really
People-
brought
Yes.
guns off
Yes.
No.
And they said, get up. Yes.
They thought we
Yes.
wasn't about
Nah,
it.
I ain't gonna care. They started throwing guns because I pulled a Tupac. I got on top of the truck on Keizo Escalade. I just started yelling, gospel rap back.
Oh, we ready to go.
Gospel rap back.
And then
Gospel rap came out the passenger side. Yeah.
But you should have told all y'all who tired of y'all pastors being all in the videos. all in the pulpit, you know what I mean?
Shout,
Call the free light.
But that moment, one, I was super hurt and embarrassed for my brothers.
Because we brought them, trying to show them, hey, we can do this together, something big,
that's
and then that's how it went down.
I ain't know they pulled guns on y'all though.
Well, he ain't pull it.
He just showed it.
But I mean, yeah, but you that means it's up, man.
That means it's up.
He was in security. He
pulling
ain't
the
have
show it and you doing the same thing. You saying,
I'm going to use it at some point.
you pull it at the same time.
That's crazy.
But the honor God, when you let it go,
Yeah.
because there was some stuff that happened after that I ain't tell y'all about.
Took me to a
We couldn't tell y'all. We couldn't tell y'all.
Listen, let me tell you, that's
I couldn't tell y'all.
Oh, you gotta tell
No, we can't tell y'all. Y'all be driving to Columbia right now. Columbus right now.
They started a 24-hour. I don't know if it's still going, but back then the owner of the radio station, they called me apologizing, and his daughter, the guy who threw the event, that was his church. So he took it to his church. He called it his pastor. So that was his church. So, but his daughter said to, well, Dad, then what do we do? And he said that haunted him.
I bet it did. What you get?
He said, not because of it, but because his daughter said, then what do we do? So, to the point that they started a 24-hour gospel hip hop station.
Right after that.
I don't know if it's still going. So this is when did that happen? About 5 years ago.
Damn, it's been that long. God.
They started a
That's recent.
a 24-hour a day gospel hip hop and inspiration station.
For real.
That's one thing. The other
So that
thing-
was worth it
The other
to me.
thing
Yeah.
is,
Y'all show restraint.
the other thing is that city was in turmoil as far as that incident was discussed for probably the next month or so.
Yep.
Yeah, so we didn't know they were
They were going in, yeah.
there were debates on Facebook. There was
Between
battles,
churches, all kind of
all
stuff.
type of stuff.
They crazy, man.
Pastors fell out with each other like it was real. That's another thing.
Wow.
But the last thing is
crazy.
where your greatest shame, God will give you glory.
Yeah.
He'll give you honor, and so that's. I thought it was so ironic that we would become doctors,
In the same city.
that we were embarrassed, because we could have made it a lot worse. We could have made a whole mixtape. We coulda-
mixtape.
Mona put a Ruby Tuesday that thing.
The whole city, huh? All right, the whole city. Shut the whole city down.
Y'all playing.
This gonna be Free Life East.
I had to put down all flesh of being embarrassed like that, and being embarrassed at a concert, but with my brothers who I brought to serve, and I'm trying to show them a better way, and just we were just it was. I felt like we were just hung, but to stick with it, to let it go. I didn't talk about it no more, and God gave us honor in that place. You know what I'm saying? To whereas we're gonna be making moves in that city. You see what I'm saying? And that, it was tough to do. It was tough to do, but but we did. I know my wife, but she wanted to fight.
All right.
She was like, you gonna pull a gun on me?
Yeah, I did.
Mono a real G though.
I knew Mono. She was really that player.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but we looking.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, fact.
No, I
As
mean,
soon
no,
as you come and ask me, is he
No.
straight? No, he's straight.
no,
Check
yeah,
me first.
yeah. You're like, y'all the same.
If you worried about him, check
no,
me.
Look, y'all the same. Like,
He get mad, right?
y'all
That dude respect, bro. That dude respect.
He wasn't even there. He mad.
But look,
Yeah, that dude respect.
no, hey, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, we.
Trying to run you back in. Come
The
back.
Holy
But
Spirit.
we not there yet. Is that we trying to get there. We trying to get there. But
Right.
I told you,
Let me ask her right now,
I'm
it's
saved.
But I'm
in
saying,
fact, but we ain't yeah, that right.
cause he
Right,
took
the light. It took the
short
light.
fuse. And his
took-
fuse is getting longer. His fuse is
Blue.
getting longer. But the Holy in moments like that,
Why
he said boom boom boom. The Holy Spirit will give you a the Holy Spirit will give you
Amen. I receive
yeah.
I ain't gonna count though, but that did come from being around good mentors. You know what I mean? The help that, cause without them helping me, I don't want to be where I'm at now. You know what I mean? Definitely not
It's like
mentally
that thing
on the level that I'm on. You know?
And somebody had to come and tell me like Tony, y'all done got into. I'm like, oh Lord, y'all go get him. And when I got there, the preacher man scene. When I got to the front
amazing.
of the door,
Yeah.
the preacher man scene was playing in
Pop
my
there,
head.
Yeah.
I was like,
We just did this. Just did this.
Oh, video, yo.
it was happening right in front of the door. I was like, how in the world?
That's crazy, man.
But it went down different.
But it went way different.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy though? You keep saying like we pretty much had the same
Oh, y'all,
energy.
yeah.
Your name Antonio? Yeah. My name Anthony. So it's the opposite.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like that fuse.
Yeah.
But that fuse got to be longer now. We gotta let the Lord. Gotta let the Lord do.
That boy
Oh,
took
gee.
me deep in here.
G's gonna have to get me back. I need a lot of
I'm gonna
fuses.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
That fuse hot.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Real, boy.
I'm gonna tell you why. You gonna get you always get the answers before you get the test.
Wow. That's
Solid.
immediately.
Always get the answers before you get the test.
What?
All right.
Let's start show,
So-
man. Start.
So
So-
it's over. We started
Don't
the
tell your
show.
story.
We done started the
Nah,
show.
we got to start the whole meeting. Hey, y'all, what?
So it ain't worth it when you start thinking about your kids, when you start thinking about what you got building, when God
Consequences, right?
you walk away from
That moment, boy, it be hard in that moment, Lord. Why it be hard?
Too hard. But
Jesus.
so many people have lost their lives
Yes.
on an instant of a thought or a real bad decision.
Without looking at the whole
Real
thing.
quick.
Yeah.
And so when
It's tunnel
you start to put what you, if it's like, man, I give you $1 million to walk away, you gonna take that $1 million because you like, man, what I could do alive.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
For free.
I start
Right.
to think about, what helped me suppress my anger or just going off is to think about my family.
Yeah.
And what and how unfair
It would
it'll
be.
be for them to come up without that.
That's solid. That's true fact.
Or
And
selfish,
just
it would be.
the process of the glory of God manifesting. It don't manifest in an instant. Sometimes it's a process where what the devil meant for evil, that's one moment.
Yeah.
There's another moment God turned it around for good.
Right.
You got to get to that part.
Yeah.
If you lose it in what the devil meant for evil, you don't get to the God turned it around for good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you're trying to get to.
If I would have slapped the deacon, then the people who trying to get me the doctor,
And then, right, I got 20 years
first
now.
thing that they look at,
They look at. Remember K-Joe? We can't get a doctor. He slapped that
Yeah,
man.
he said it, right.
Yeah.
He
So
said
you
it.
got to get through
But
this
God-
to get to that.
God is gonna honor you. I'm gonna say this to people that's listening. May God honor you in the places that you were disgraced.
Wow.
Yes. For sure.
That thing gave me chills.
Boy, I'm thinking about all the
God
places.
honor you in the
man.
places that you were.
Mona, you think about Ruby too tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know what? Yes. You know what? Yes. Yes. Don't. No, we're not gonna talk about
This
that.
my favorite story about Fur Lady, man. Mona shut a whole Ruby Tuda down.
Why can't gonna hang out with us for the rest of the show? Y'all hanging out, right? Y'all hanging out?
Yeah.
Hanging out.
So we're gonna switch to this Mike Todd thing.
That nigga nasty.
Bro.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, hit the bell.
Now, okay, so
Yeah, he ain't get no bail.
So that everybody understands what we're talking about. In an illustrative message, Pastor Mike Todd spits in his hand twice.
Hawks
or hawk and spit. Spit is spit.
Yeah, it's different.
Spit.
No, there's spitting and there's phlegm.
All right, Mike Todd spits in his brother, and that guy standing there is his brother. All right, that's his brother's face doing the message, and then with that, receiving the vision from God. What is this? Number 2 says receiving vision from God might get nasty. Was his context. Okay,
Right.
And then number 3, this was the second time. First time he used mud a few years back.
Yeah, he put mud in his face.
All right, same brother.
Yeah,
same brother. Yeah. Okay.
Facts. Facts.
What?
It's just been all so easy.
You say you should just pretend
But
like
it's
he ain't blind.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
you trying to put a miracle on somebody like
One.
It's an illustration.
We're gonna let everybody, because this gonna get heated.
Yeah.
We're gonna let everybody, kind of present what they feel, very very shortly. Can't do it.
I don't have to.
But to me, I'm sure that he had a conversation with his brother.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
bro, I'm finna spit on.
Cut a
And
check.
the illustration. The other thing is the fact that we're talking about it. The fact that we're talking about it means that the illustration worked.
Did it work?
It worked, which means it got everybody's attention.
Exactly. That's what.
But I'm saying though.
But was it the thing or was it the message?
Yeah, fact. You ain't get the message. Yeah,
Did the
message
message work or did the antic work?
Yeah, the antic work.
Either way,
We talking about it. So
But that doesn't mean it worked though.
We talking about it. It worked. We work. What?
Are we talking about the message? Or we talking about the spit?
we talking about all.
Whatever it was, it worked.
We talking about Mike Thompson.
Let Mike Todd get swung on after spin on the place.
But it worked.
That's what I'm saying.
It worked. I tell you what. Do you know any?
You gotta slow down on
Do you know any of his spitless messages?
Yes.
Raise the face.
For sure.
Raise the face. That's all.
But nah, bro go crazy.
I've seen him before.
He's all over TikTok.
But what I'm saying
He
is,
knew young pastor.
Yeah.
He go
he
young pastor.
go hard. So to me,
Up until that point.
Right.
to me, the illustrative message, people are looking at the spit. One thing about the spit and the mud, in a situation where you want to talk about Bible, because they're like, spit ain't in the Bible. Yes, it is. Mud ain't in the Bible. Yes, it is. So Jesus took spit and put it in the blind man's eyes. All right. Now, he could have took anything else, but he took spit. All right. He also took dirt or mud or whatever. All right. So the way by which a person illustrates something is one thing. The way the process of a person getting healed is something else. And I think what he was trying to illustrate is that things might get nasty even though you're in the process of doing something good. So I understand that.
Okay.
I understand the point.
Okay.
Now, the point, it wouldn't even come to my attention, his point, without the spit. We wouldn't be talking about him. Would we be talking about him? Man,
If he had just preached this.
That was a great message. That was a great message, bro.
He did one with filling cups with water. He done, like you said, the mud. He done did a number of illustrations. It's
Right.
The message behind it.
Right.
You ain't got to do all the antics.
Yeah.
What's the wait?
That's a
So the water. If that joker fill water up on his whole stage and put a boat in there, you call that a non-antic? It's only antic because he spit?
No, I don't know about no boat or
It's
water
a,
and all that.
what I'm saying.
Exactly, that's what he said.
He filled his whole
Nobody
thing.
speak.
I never seen that.
But what I'm saying is, he goes to. I don't want to say the extreme because we need these illustrations because people are still crazy. They still sinning. They still dying. They still doing whatever. You see what I'm saying? They still killing each other. So let's not say that that what he's doing, especially if he's doing it by faith, is wrong. Now he came back and admitted it. Somebody said that he admitted it.
No. He apologized.
He
For sure.
But he probably apologized just because of the response.
The backlash.
Exactly.
Okay, but still,
Because it reflects on him. Because it's got nasty. It getting nasty.
Okay.
Nasty for him.
Let me say this.
Why you apologize?
Let me say this.
And we pass out.
Yeah.
That's what you talking about. It got
Better out
nasty.
than in, but I'm apologize, but I ain't mad at myself for letting it go. So what I'm saying, it's nasty.
Hey, that's a good.
But what I'm saying is,
That's the doctor in him talking right now.
You talking about passing gas, bro. You feel that coming before anything. Even if you excuse me. You
now that makes.
So I'm sorry for farting in y'all face.
But
That's what that means.
That means you couldn't clinch. That's all that means. You couldn't clinch.
But when you intentional,
when I boo-boo on your
I think the man.
intentional,
Let it roll up your back.
I think it's
This
just
is my
the
issue.
the main issue is just. I think the messed up.
He was kind of talking in this whole
I think the messed up part about it is just the degrading another man on stage. That's what really people can't get
what I'm
over.
more into.
The
And this-
degrade, like they can't get to the message because they seeing him being degraded. And I feel like
Now,
that's
are these the people that were there that's saying this, or the people that's watching the video from where it starts?
Everybody said
all the responses I'm getting right now. See, y'all just
Yeah, he made a mention of the response we get in the room, but this is my thing. There's demonstration, and then there's antics.
Yeah,
Let me go.
Get it out.
Let that man talk, please.
Let that man get it up.
I'm finna carry the Holy Ghost.
Y'all are wildin'.
That's a constant prayer service, boy. That was
preaching.
Yes, don't use that word.
We demonstrate.
Wait, that
Yeah, we
man
went through
used
that
another
last
word. He said, look.
Dumb. Y'all are dumb. Completely dumb. Kaiser, please. Okay. Oh, gosh.
The next time to say something, I'm just gonna start rolling. I'm finna talk.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, go ahead.
Now,
eat some of this antelope.
That's honeydew, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
forget it, man.
No, go. All right. We're ready. We're ready.
Oh, boy, y'all wild, boy.
I know. There's no right one.
Oh, my God.
Listen.
A word from Messenja.
The difference between a demonstration and an antic, if he wanted to demonstrate it, Jesus put it in his eyes. He went back and rubbed it all on his face.
Yeah, that was too
Jesus
much.
did not do that.
bro.
So you went past what Jesus did. That's on you. That's your part. No. That's you. That's you. That's the antic. That is, I'm not just doing this for transformation. I'm doing this for a viral moment.
Yo, 'cause
that's my point.
Jesus
It's like
said
I'm trying to like this. I'm like he know the camera's rolling. I know this is going to I think it crossed the line of I'm preaching to bring transformation to I'm preaching to have a viral moment. Like that's what we got to get away from. And I think, because you know what? What he said really ain't that deep. You know why? Wait. You know why? Because T.D. Jakes preached that message. Noel Jones already preached that message. Jamal Bryant already preached that. Paula White and Joyce Meyer preached that same message.
But what if the people who have never
about none of them?
Right, but what if all those people? What if all those people haven't seen any of those people? This is the first time they've seen this particular story. So what about that? Who don't know about Joyce Myers and Paula White and everybody else? So you got people who were listening to this, who would look at this because of the spit, but have never heard this story, never heard this illustration, never heard any of this, and their lives probably were changed.
What did they walk away with?
I don't know because they
walked away with.
No, that's not necessarily. That is not necessarily true.
The man went viral for going that. No, he didn't go viral for the message.
Right, he went viral for the spirit.
Let me say this.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
That makes me a sideshow.
Wow, man.
It's what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
Man, they ain't gonna let me talk, man. Go ahead.
Bro, you had your chance, boy. You like.
That's an antic. That's an antic. He trying to go viral. He trying to go viral.
I kind of agree with him because I feel like people in the world just still look at it like, dang.
That's nasty.
But everything.
Look at the measures they taking it now.
But no. Every tweet, everything talked about the spit. None of it talked about receiving God, vision from God might get nasty. You didn't even know the text before you read it. Right? The context before you read it. All you knew about the spit.
But we don't know.
How it was presented to me. But you heard about the spit.
But how do we present the kingdom? How do we present the kingdom? Most of the time,
with signs and wonders, not antics.
But what I'm saying is,
you should know them. But the signs, miracle signs and wonders will follow them.
You are calling it an antic.
Right.
I'm calling it an antic because he went past what Jesus did.
I mean, for me,
did he not? Did Jesus do what he did?
For me,
did Jesus do what he did?
For me,
did Jesus do what he did?
All right.
Answer the question. Did Jesus do that?
Listen,
for those who agree,
Jesus himself said you're gonna do greater things.
But it was not a miracle sign or a wonder.
How do we know that? What's a miracle sign and wonder? How do you know
He
that?
wasn't blind.
But you don't know who it affected.
You don't know what he's doing. See, this is from a seat of a pastor that has to go beyond what people see. You were here with me last night. All right, we set up this simple thing that you come and sit up like it takes you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, but when we had to do it last night, I was like, it's way more to since we're moving. It's way more to that. You can't get here 10 minutes. It took us 2 hours. To do what usually takes 10 minutes because we moved to a new place. And so when you are explaining something from a different place or when you're in a different place and you got to carry different hats and you see things from different ways, there are certain people that you could just say, hey, bro, what's the message? Receiving the vision from God.
Oh, you didn't even know that.
All right?
You didn't know that. Okay.
You can say.
You didn't know that. You had to read
Oh,
it. Go
my
ahead, keep going.
God.
What I'm saying is, I didn't even watch the thing until now.
Yeah, okay.
But let me talk.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand from a pastor.
What you knew about the spit?
You got to understand from a pastor standpoint that things get grimy and certain people listen certain ways. When I talk to him, I got to talk to him a certain way.
Right.
Okay.
When I talk to you, I got to talk to you an hour early because you come late.
That man said you here late.
Listen. When you are trying to get a message to different types of people, all right, you got to go by faith. That's how he lives because his thing is crazy faith. You got to go by faith based off of what you feel like you heard, and then when you do it, then everybody judges.
All right. When I move, when Free Life moves, or I done move something in here, it take hours for me to do it.
Okay.
But then everybody come in and judge. This is what y'all. No.
Doing it. You saying something is power and everything, but this is what he should have been saying.
I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, bro.
Yeah, boy,
I'm not going for that.
You might not go for it,
but that's
But you know what you sound like. Wait. I know you know what you sound like.
And all that spit
no.
That was nasty. The final verdict was not.
That's
from everybody.
No.
That's not everybody though. That's not everybody.
Name me one person that went straight to the content. Name me one person.
Do you know how many people got saved?
So everybody's on Twitter? No.
I'm saying
We got that response. We got a way to solve it. We got a way to solve it. People agree with it, right? This your brother?
I also want to say what he stated.
Hold on.
Things get nasty.
All right. Put the spit in your hand and wipe it on K-Joe.
Huh?
Spit in your hand and wipe it on K. He got paid.
Either way,
He got paid. He got paid.
I gotta pay you to shut the check out.
What's up? Everybody stop. Watch this though. Watch this. Did he have to pay the blind man?
No. Yeah, who had to play the Bible man?
Stop throwing that.
Okay, wait.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you have to pay somebody?
Let me explain something.
It's an antic.
Let me explain something.
You gotta pay for the antic.
When the man,
you gotta pay to execute the antic.
You gotta have crazy faith.
Go ahead.
When a man is blind, he would take boo-boo in the
Exactly.
Listen. No, cause you gotta understand this. I had my mom. I watched her.
Yeah.
I watched her pass away.
Right.
I would take anything in the face for her to be healed.
For a miracle.
All right? So what I'm saying is, you don't understand who he's talking to, who's in the building, what God told him to do. You don't know who got saved. You didn't see the altar call. You don't know.
Everybody's not on social media.
By Twitter.
I'm not going by Twitter. I'm going by
Another we don't see it. You're not going to see it.
When Jesus did it, you saw it right.
What I'm saying is,
I ain't trying to hear
one.
So why you apologize? Why you apologize?
He probably could.
We gotta start with the Jesus comparison.
I thought we gotta get out of flesh though when we talking about the subject too though. Cause we talking out of flesh.
He said I made a mistake.
We talking about our flesh.
Hold on.
He said I watched it back. He said it was disgusting and extreme.
That's what he said.
That's all they said.
Keep going.
He said, I watched it back and it was disgusting. He said in the video, noting that the man was his brother. Like, that was gross. I want to validate everybody's feelings that it was a distraction to what I was really trying to do. I own that.
Okay, that's fine. It was a distraction.
He also added, we want people to see Jesus. We want people to feel love. We want people who are desperate to be able to find hope. And I'm passionate. So much so that I tried to do extreme things to help people get it. And yesterday,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay. I say nothing about that.
Still good.
Because
he went across the line.
Because there are people that feel like free life is too dark.
Okay.
That's I was about to say that. 808 to some people is nasty. Rapping is nasty, right?
Say that we trying to be like.
It's the same thing.
They gonna always say that.
Yeah, that's why you can't please everybody.
Listen to me.
Okay. I hear you.
No. You don't.
I do. The pastor speaking out.
You don't because I invest everything.
Okay.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
No, you ain't listening, bro. Cause you talking.
No, I'm listening.
I invest everything, my whole life.
Okay.
All right. You know how I was living. I put my whole life in the free life.
Right.
So if I go with an antic or if I go with whatever you feel like I didn't do, then y'all niggas get to go home and talk about me.
Exactly.
For everything
Which
that I
they do.
did. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I got to live with it and I got to figure it out.
Let me ask you this question.
So what I'm saying is, even through a man's process of trying to do the will of God as the kingdom of God, you should at least pray for the nigga.
I already did that.
Something.
I already did that.
Don't throw rocks.
No. We did that.
That's why I'm standing back. Because for one thing, I respect. Here's what I respect. I respect the brother.
Yeah.
I respect the brother to say, hey, bro, if you feel like you need to do that, I'm standing with you.
Exactly.
And
That take a lot.
use my face.
Okay.
Use my face.
So you can't do it to nobody else.
But the whole thing about it is, whatever it is, we're talking about this.
Yes.
We are talking about it because we ain't talking about TDJ.
Okay, but
we ain't talking about all the other people that.
What are we talking about?
We talking about. I'm talking about the possibility of a man going through whatever extent to get the gospel out. And even if he don't land
you gonna let somebody else talk?
and even if he don't land it, and even if it didn't work this time, I applaud that man.
Because there are plenty of people who don't land it. Let's talk about that Sunday morning. Oh my God. Yes. Don't even try.
People that don't try.
I'm not against demonstration.
Yeah.
I'm against what he apologized for. He said I crossed
He
the
shouldn't
line.
even had to. That's the whole thing.
Okay, but
I don't think he would have even apologized if there was no backlash. He wouldn't have even apologized.
Can't worry about the backlash though.
He shouldn't worry about
He shouldn't
that.
apologize either.
He shouldn't apologize. He shouldn't have apologized.
I agree with that. He shouldn't have.
That's what he wanted to do.
He should not have
He
apologized.
did what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I would have spit it.
Or what he was led to do.
Okay. But again, he went
Exactly.
beyond what he was.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody perfect. Like, he just made a mistake.
But the biggest thing is he did apologize, and you learned something from the whole thing.
That's what I said. He shouldn't
So
apologize.
it was something. The whole thing is something everybody can learn.
Okay, so what happens when we find out there are people who come later on and say my life was changed because of this? I got healing because they can't get through all the noise that's happening right now. But they come back and say my life has changed.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But what about the people that say that's why I don't go to church?
Well, then don't go to church. You don't go to church for 808. You don't go to church because you got to wear pants. Girls are wearing red lipstick. Don't come to church. That's real easy. Don't go.
But I'm still saying
This what I had to overcome, because I was one of them people. I'm like, see, that's why I don't mess with church.
Yeah.
But the church really start with us, though.
Exactly.
Like, people really forget that we are the church.
Facts.
Exactly.
Know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like if you go to church and you feel some type of way, you ain't church.
Facts.
Know
You
what
gonna
I'm
find
saying?
any
So it's
excuse.
like,
He got an ATM in the lobby. I ain't coming to church. His thing too big. I ain't coming to church. You gonna have to find any kind of excuse to not come to church. If it's spit, then fine. If it's an ATM machine in the lobby, then fine. Which ain't even true. If you have to bring your W-2 to that ain't even true. You find any excuse to not come to church. So if that's what it is, then don't come to church. That's easy.
You don't want to go to church.
If you don't want to go to church, the people who say that's why I don't go to church.
That's not for you then.
Yeah, they just want to
Because there's
Scroll
so
past
many
the spit.
ways to
It ain't for
encounter
you.
God.
Exactly.
There's so many
There are
ways
people
to
who are getting changed.
Those people
You
just
move past it.
But I'm talking about a man that's stepping out on faith to do something different. In a world that a lot of people dying and nobody's taking risks, but they're just picking at the person that is.
Exactly.
All right.
Those are called trolls.
Nobody's taking risks.
Trolls.
Nobody's taking. Now listen.
Trolls.
The person that judge is coming back round.
They're called trolls.
Like, so somebody gonna come at you and gonna say, cause they already, this is my life. Your music is to this. Yo, this is to this. I'm always to.
What if I came to your house and said your hair's too ugly, you smell too bad?
Everything is to everything.
It's the same thing. You judge it.
I feel him. I feel that person that tried to do something that felt like it was to prove a point and probably went too far. I feel that.
That's because.
But I feel him, and I feel him.
But you
trying.
But
what I'm saying is,
I ain't talking about that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it need to be more people trying.
Okay, yeah, I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about the trying.
Don't be scared to make mistakes.
Well, then that's my point.
I never said anything about the demonstration.
Yeah, it ain't.
So what's the problem?
I said the antic.
What's the difference, bro? It's the same thing.
It's a little different now.
So you got a Christmas play and you bring in a real camel versus a fake one. Is that an antic?
Which one is the antic?
That nigga gonna stink. He gonna boo boo right there in the church.
He gonna spit on something.
That's an antic?
Why?
Really?
Because you could have brought the fake camera and talked about the real one. That's what you mean.
Bruh.
You could have, bro. Instead of spitting somebody.
But listen though, I feel this too though. Like right now, if somebody gets shot down the street, we'll be like, oh dang. Yeah. But if we see somebody get shot in front of us, it's a different look. You know what I mean? So like being real, showing real more than just putting up a demonstration. I always give you a different look.
It gives you a different look.
It gives you a different look.
We drove a whole Hummer into church.
The spit still is too far though. The spit is
and had whole service around it.
Then it was banging.
I understand.
That's
what
an
y'all
antic.
saying about all the antics or whatever in different situations, all that. But you grew up.
Yeah.
Understand that's nasty.
Yeah, the spit nasty regardless.
With,
Bro,
or
let
without
me
God.
tell you,
With
if you
With or without God, it was nasty. Regardless, me taking my body, my inside, bringing he hawking, bro. That's too much,
bro.
If you gonna do just two, y'all.
I
know they nasty.
Too right.
Like who would say?
What he saying?
Because that's what I'm saying. Who knows Jesus?
It
Jesus
still would have been nasty to y'all.
What if he repeat him? What if he repeat him?
I saw that.
Jesus spit.
Would it be a difference if you
Would have been R. Kelly.
bro?
Oh, here we go.
Same thing.
You listen about spit on
Same
the
thing.
Well, he'll be right with R. Kelly. He gonna be with R. Kelly.
We
need to let him out.
I'm saying you listen about spit on.
Conversation.
You
listen about-
and a whole lot of God.
You crazy, bro? That nigga spit on
And a
me.
whole bunch of restraints.
I'm sorry. You spit on me for $1 million.
All right, can we do the dad jokes or something?
Hey, you take $1 million to get spit on?
I cannot take myself
You won't
down
take-
to a point like that.
You take $1 million to get
You,
spit on?
I don't think you're taking yourself down.
I might well join the Illuminati then.
You'll do anything for me.
No, on my foot.
You crazy. I'm not finna.
Okay.
$1 million.
That's your choice.
That ain't no choice. Stupid for you to sit up here.
Well,
If
you got a comment.
if I
Comment,
say-
we
if I
got a
say it
comment.
one way, if I represent myself one way,
You stand for something, but you don't fall for
I'm
anything.
a straight man.
Wait, we got a straight man. Wait.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You hear what he said? You hear what he saying, bro? You ain't hear.
Yeah, you just caught that part.
Yeah, you ain't hear.
Exactly. That's his whole video. Y'all just caught that part. That's the whole video. You caught that part. You didn't get none of that in the beginning. It's the same thing.
That's true.
You didn't get the whole content.
That's true.
Imagine the people that walked up. Imagine the people that walked up to Jesus when he was doing that, and that was just when it started. They didn't see the story before that. They didn't see what happened with the blind man. They didn't know nothing. I'm saying all the stuff before that.
You're talking about miracle signs and wonders. I'm talking about a demonstration.
Let's get a comment.
This is tough. This is a tough one, guys.
Let's get a comment.
What the question say?
It's good.
No, that's right. I got it.
My left ear
You got
on
it?
fire.
Yeah.
I seen my apostle spit in his hands, and told a guy to place it in his mouth to heal him from cancer.
All
Now,
right.
that's
Disgusting.
I don't know if it worked.
Did he get healed?
But that's a
Yeah,
demonstration.
did
That's
he-
a miracle sign and wonder that he's doing.
Oh,
I'm talking about.
Whoa. You can't finish.
No,
You can't finish. No, that was with your limited. That is worse than what Mike did. That's worse.
But I'm saying, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's worse. But what I'm saying is, I don't think he was trying to demonstrate something
demonstrating, he was
without
working.
trying to do a miracle.
He was working.
I'm saying that's in a different realm. Than what
So
this
it's not nasty when they're trying to demonstrate.
I'm talking about that's in a different realm.
Bro,
of just I'm
it's
doing
still,
a demonstration.
It's still in church, and he's
Nah.
But
I'm talking about doing a
He's trying to
demonstration.
change people's spirit. He's trying to change people's heart. He's trying to change people's mind. That's a miracle too.
That is a
And you're
miracle.
talking about.
It's not just
talking about
blindness and
physical
cancer,
hearing.
yeah.
He's trying to transform people's mind and thinking. With that message, with what he's doing, so you're saying that that's less of a miracle than a physical healing. A spiritual healing.
My bill getting paid is a miracle.
A spiritual healing.
That ain't cancer or nothing like that.
Than a physical healing. So you're talking about like just for people's minds to be transformed. Whoever was in the room, y'all saying that everybody ain't thinking the same way. Cause I'm not thinking.
Because everybody ain't saying nothing. None of us said anything.
And I'm not saying. And so to me. You got to judge it based off of his intent. You know,
Bro.
all right. You got to judge it based off his intent, not based off of what people are saying. All right. If this lady just said that her apostle or her bishop put spit out of his mouth into somebody else's mouth in faith for him to get healed, that's more nasty, but that's still faith. Right.
True.
It's still
Crazy
faith.
faith.
So who's the judge of man's
I'm
faith?
saying.
That's what I'm saying. Who's the
We're
judge of
talking
man's
about a
faith?
demonstration.
You ain't having
I
to
don't
just
care
wash your
what it
feet.
is to you. it's a demonstration to you.
But to somebody else, it was a miracle.
To everybody, both of them are nasty, but it ain't nasty to the person who got his mind changed. It ain't nasty to the person who got healed.
Right.
It's only nasty to the people who watching. Doggone, if he did that spit thing and my life was changed, and I went home and I was like, God, he spit on it, but man, I got everything that he was saying, the praise and worship, the whole thing, the altar call, everything that he said after that, and somebody's life was changed.
Your life has to be changed by the word.
Bruh.
So all you gotta do is
he was speaking the word.
He showed the word.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know what he showed.
The man made a mistake.
You looking at a little piece.
But that certainly wasn't a mistake.
I watched it.
I guess that's what we trying to see.
So there was no word.
But there was no word. A mistake.
I watched everything leading up to that point.
You watched the whole sermon.
Everything but his intro.
You watched the whole sermon.
Welcoming everybody and doing all that.
You watched
but
there was no word. You said
the context.
You didn't watch the movie.
Do you agree that it was a mistake though?
Do you
he made a mistake?
I don't know.
The answer
But
was
I think
you
what
do.
I think-
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm
You
saying,
don't know.
No, this is what I'm saying.
You don't know.
The weight of that moment went to the spit, is what I'm saying.
that's because somebody cut that part. That's the only reason why.
Let me tell you who got the problem with the spit.
The church
Religion
people.
Religious people.
The church people.
Religious people. Religious people. Here's why.
A preacher
Because
shouldn't be
you
doing
want
that in church.
It should be presented the way you think it's supposed to be presented. But if I present something to you and you still don't do it, if I preach to you the word of God the way just to read it and you still don't do it, then pastors feel like, okay, well, let's just try something else. Just like a teacher. If I tell you 3 + 3 is 6, but you keep coming back and saying it's 7, let's try another way. And so there's still people that understand, that don't understand that sleeping with the wrong people is wrong. There's still people that understand that cussing people out is wrong. And they got the gospel simple.
Yeah.
And they got it in a simple way. But what I'm saying is, when you start doing antics, at least it's showing your faith that you are trying to get to God's people some kind of way. That's
not
what I'm
the
saying.
issue.
No matter what it takes.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What it takes.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
no,
trying.
People who
you keep going to. They tried. They tried.
No,
we all tried.
I spit on it,
bro.
That's a miracle.
Get the sauce for real.
You over there with them antics now.
No. So what I'm saying is, there are some people that need that feel like they need to illustrate the gospel a certain way. Bro, we DJing in the middle of
Okay,
the
but I'm saying, is there such thing?
We doing
But that's what I'm saying. Is there such
they
thing?
call us antics.
No, okay. But is that true?
Yes.
Bro, you're talking to the person that started the movement in this city.
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, then,
So the issue is that it's nasty.
So you stop because you go viral?
No, I didn't say that. No.
They rapping now. They gospel gangsters now.
Listen.
They want to be hard now.
We're
don't
not.
stop because
There is no canceling the assignment of Mike Todd. We're not doing that.
Nah.
We're not canceling Mike Todd.
No.
That's not what we're doing.
Not at all.
That's an assignment God has on his life. Wait. No. I'm talking, bro. I let you talk. I let you talk. Okay,
let him
listen.
talk.
We're not canceling the assignment on Mike Todd's life.
We love you, Mike Todd.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of something that kind of went too far.
You gave us a great
discussion. You learn from the mistake and you move forward. Like, watch this. Did you ever do cock your weapon again?
No.
Okay, you tried something and you said, okay, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
But the intent of cock your weapon.
No. I'm not saying it's not trying. I'm not against the trying.
People are not taking that spirit. People are not taking that spirit. Like you explained.
You are, but they're not.
They're not taking that spirit.
Right.
Who?
Everybody else, all the people on
him. They're trying to kill him. They're trying to. But okay, cock your weapon.
They calling him a crook. They're doing the whole thing.
Cock your weapon is. I made a song. This was 20 years ago.
For the youth ministry.
The kids. Out of a gun cock. And a
like
sawed-off shotgun. It was chop, chop, boom. That was the whole beat. And it was like cock your weapon, but I was saying cock your weapon,
the
which is the
Bible.
Bible.
Yeah.
You know, get your spirit right, cock your weapon, get ready for spiritual battle.
They start fighting in church.
I'm trying to hear that one.
Somebody hit somebody.
And they started brawling in the middle of the song.
I had to stop.
So we did that song one time.
Tried to do something that went too far. Okay, we can't do that.
Yeah, I can't
That's
do
what
it.
this is I was trying to do something. Okay.
But you're saying that, but everybody else sees it as a problem.
No,
they would take that cock your right. They would attack cock your weapon if there was the same people.
But listen, that got out around the city within 24 hours. I was not in the room, and I heard about that.
Yeah, and
all I heard about, I didn't hear about the context of the song. I heard cock your weapon, but I heard it was a brawl. That's what the word was out. It was a fight.
And the next week, the youth ministry was so packed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That antic brought all of those people to church. That's what I'm saying. That antic brought all the people.
So what you saying with the cocky weapon and all that, right? You think folks gonna come to church to get spit on?
Oh my God.
We're just using it as.
Or they gonna come to church to see. Oh, he got more stuff to, like some wild stuff.
You know. They are.
I believe they're gonna come.
They are.
And I believe they're gonna.
He'll have a word.
They gonna come for the
and
show.
they will have. And he will have a word.
They coming for the show or the word?
I think they're gonna come for the show.
It's all bait.
It's just a bit of both.
It's all bait.
It's a bit of both.
And they're gonna run into the word.
Right. It's all bait.
It's the show and the word.
It's all bait.
It's left up to God.
It gotta be a part. It gotta have some show.
Let no cap say it.
Like you gotta have some show into it. Without no entertainment. Like even with Jesus doing his miracles, like
that was all bait.
Yeah, people were following him.
It was show and telling. Like it was a show and tell. Like, oh, you don't think I can do that? Let me show you my miracle.
Jesus was the first rock star.
Turning water into wine was not a miracle. No, that's a show.
People, but just to show you something. Like,
water into wine was what he did.
To the people who he was.
Okay, it was a show for them because.
But wait.
Water into wine is not a healing thing.
Did, like they ran out of wine at their wedding. So for him to say, okay, well, he basically was like him saying, okay, I want the party to keep going. I want the party to keep going.
So who got healed in that?
We ain't got nothing. Okay, here you go. It's a celebration.
I mean,
but
same
just
thing.
like they saying, it caused them to see something. It activates somebody's faith.
That's perfect.
Okay,
example.
just like the lady who touched him in his garment, she had to go through hell just to reach him. Like, so it's like, just like that dude, it's just like he spit. I understand, bro, it's nasty, it is. But just like they saying, if that's gonna reach somebody, then it's gonna reach somebody. You can't please everybody. People hate us. People hate us for what we do. They hate you because you a barber, bro. You don't even know who this nigga is.
I know.
They hate you because he rap. They hate people like they hate us, bro. Like,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. I even dropped one. Yeah.
But I ain't saying.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying, man. Like you really can't judge because you don't know what God told that man to do. Like he said, cock your weapon. I got a verse, bro. I said it's 66. I use my Bible. The 66 books of the Bible are my bullets. I don't say nothing until God tell me to pull it. Like people gonna get mad at that. Oh, he talking about guns. So
now,
what,
right?
nigga? This is like. But I said the Bible my trigger. When God summons me to pull it, I pull it. The New and Old Testament, 66 real bullets. Like them bullets gonna pierce you. If you listen to that word, they're gonna pierce your heart. So if they pierce your heart, it's gonna pierce your mind. When it pierce your heart and you pierce your mind, that means you get to get at somebody else.
But see, at the same time, you said you doing work. Jesus was doing work.
Talking your mic.
Thanks.
You doing work. Somebody gonna hear that and they're gonna receive it and they're gonna be healed or whatever from it. Jesus was doing work.
Facts.
He wasn't saying y'all gather around, watch what I can do.
But that's what you said. The water is
Yeah,
wine.
that was exactly.
He said, watch out, I'm about to turn this into wine.
Yes.
I'm about to turn the water into wine.
Yes.
Or just
He
said,
did that in front of people.
Since y'all need this is what it is.
But you didn't.
But
But
we
don't know.
Wait.
We don't know how he really did it.
There was miracles where he told somebody, he said, hey man, I'm finna heal you, but don't say nothing. But that man went and he told everybody still.
And Jesus knew he was
So exactly, he knew he was gonna tell. So do you think Jesus got mad saying, man, this guy done told?
It's not for the show. I'm doing this for you. God told me to do something to you, for you.
That the glory of God may be manifest.
Dude went and told the message himself. It wasn't Jesus.
Let me say.
I do this.
He's doing it unto the glory. He said, the disciples asked, who sinned, this man or his parents?
Yeah, the
blind
man.
And Jesus said, no man sinned, but this man is blind that the glory of God may be manifest. There is no show in the glory of God being manifest. But what the sign does is show you the miracle working power in the kingdom.
And it attracts
and that
people.
attracts people.
Right. Yeah,
Jesus didn't do antics.
Right.
He did miracles, signs, and wonders. We just as ministers have to know when we go past the line.
But it's no different than when you go to a church for a first time and they give you a gas card to come back. Like, it's just, they're trying to get you back in the building.
Like I said,
it gotta be some bait.
But where is the limit?
Why should we have a limit for God?
Like all of the answers.
White elephant is an antic. It get people in the building.
Cock your weapon again, though.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, but feeding people at the church ain't dangerous.
But
unless somebody the wrong person cooking.
Feeding people at the church ain't dangerous.
The wrong person cooking, yeah.
All right, man, we gotta move on.
Everybody do antics.
We gotta move on.
But can we agree? But can we agree that antics is another way of saying bait?
Huh?
Is antics another way of saying bait?
Because I don't know what.
Because it's all bait. We're all praise and worship is a bait to get people in.
Praise and worship is a command. Everything.
Okay, so let me wait. Let me say this.
Thank you.
That was good. What you just said. Hold on.
That's all bait.
Wait. You can praise and worship without lights, camera, action, bro.
But I'm not going to that church. I'm not going to that church. If there ain't no light and play camera.
Wait. No. Wait. Let me say something.
Bro, we don't.
Let me say this. You just said like that. Okay. When I was looking for a church, me and my wife were church hopping. We were church hopping.
Yeah.
Now I would go to a church and that word would be good, but
everything else sucks. Everything else sucks.
But the music sucks.
Sucks.
But wait. I've been to a church, I've been to a church where the music on point, but the message sucks.
Yeah.
So when I prayed, bro, I prayed. I said, God, my mom said, you know what, you got these babies, you need to be in church. I said, wife, you got to stop church hopping. You know what my God did for me? Canton started Free Life.
With all the antics.
Free Life. Canton started Free Life, bro.
All the
I didn't
antics.
have no Canton CDs. Like, y'all know him. Y'all grew up with him. I heard G.O.D. and I heard I'ma Stay Saved. Like, I didn't know that man. My daddy met that man way before I even was gospel rapping, bro.
He picked them drums.
So it's like, I was ordained to be here by something. So I know that something, God said, you know what? My son want to be around. When I saw these two niggas that came in.
We're trying not to say
That's how we is, man. That's how we talk. This is our. We can't stop rapping.
we can't. They just
like I was finna stop rapping. I was in a depression, bro. I'm fine. I can rap. I can do all of that. But I was finna stop. Because I didn't know what God wanted me to do. Man, I walked in Free Life, bro. I sat in there. I was there if Canton had to do a video shoot. My brother-in-law told me, well, bro, if you come with me to Free Life, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I think it might be an open mic. I don't know if you got to pay for it. I don't know what it is. Just come with me. I said, bet. I came in, bro. He preached the word at C Room. Yeah. That's the first time I came. So they had Jeff Finney doing preachers of it, like he said early. I walked in that C Room, bro. I sat down and he preaching. TP9 had a red helmet. These niggas got up on stage, bro, and did legendary. You did, man. I'm looking like, man, are you serious? I can really come in here and be me?
Yeah.
I don't have to go out because, bro, I hate dressing up tired. That ain't me, my dog.
Yeah.
Sit like going to churches, everybody coming up to you, and like I can't do that, bro. Once you get a taste of Free Life or regular church,
you change your mind.
no, bro.
That's the truth.
So when you
that's not a paid commercial. That's
so when you God got something for everybody. So if that man, even though the process of it was nasty, and he did what he did, man, somebody got somebody.
They did.
I believe it.
And just that one sheet that get lost. If he come back, that's what God looking for. I'm finna say that one nigga. I got 99 shit right. You know what I mean?
show. This has been an amazing show.
Yeah, we got to skip through a lot. We got to run 3 things and this and that.
3 things that you have to have repeatedly. That you have to repeatedly say to your child over and over. My God.
Clean up.
Go to sleep.
Clean up.
Go to sleep is number 1.
Leave your sister alone.
Man, get your hand on my head. I was at the game, bro.
Shout out to God, baby.
I got one. Y'all share.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. Right there.
Leave your sister alone.
Go to bed. Stay in the bed.
Eat your food. Sit down. Hurry and eat. Your food getting cold.
Put that down.
Put that device down. That was device.
Wait, do y'all? Our parents used to tell us don't drink your drink before you finish.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
We don't do that.
Man, my
Because
son,
the drink make you full.
bro, the Capri Sun is gone before the first thing get ate.
Yeah, facts.
And then want something else to drink after, like, bro, you drunk it, you only get one drink.
Yeah, that right.
So I gotta tell him. I tell him if I see him sitting there dressed, I say, stop drinking, son. Eat your food, because you gonna want something to drink after you finish.
Yeah, then you get full.
Now I don't tell him to wait till he's done. I don't tell him to wait till he's done, but I say you better save something after that, cause you know you just sit there.
You take a sip, I take a sip.
Like, okay, I got this juice right here, but some more juice over there.
Yeah.
I kind of just let him eat.
Mine go in the refrigerator and get.
No, man, yesterday.
Oh yeah, here go number 1. Angel said stop.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Fact.
Stop.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. Didn't I say stop? The last time I said stop. I said it again.
I ain't saying stop no more.
This is another one of my go-to. You better ask your mama.
Yeah.
Ask your mama.
Oh, yeah, I throw that out real quick.
Well, let us say be still.
Be still is up.
Sit down.
Know that the Lord.
Sit down. Yeah.
Get your finger out your nose.
Get your finger out your nose.
That mine too, I ain't gonna cap. Sorry, guy.
All right. 3 things that'll cause you to cut someone off.
Disloyalty. Fact.
Right.
That's the main one right there.
Big liar, man.
Disloyalty. Stop. Don't lie.
Big line.
Steal from me. Steal from me.
Loyalty number 1 though.
Yeah, fact. Loyalty like to be number 1. That's right. All of it.
Don't take nothing from me.
Now you can be loyal to somebody and still lie to them too to protect their heart. Now
21 said something about that.
You know what I mean?
You can be loyal. You can be loyal to somebody, but when you lie to me, it's like it's different reasons why people lie to somebody.
Trying to protect people's feelings and stuff like that.
But if you disloyal to me, I can't trust you regardless. I don't want you around me.
Is that the King James version?
He said 21. I be coming from.
So 21 said.
Second savage.
Verse 21. Read.
Now read. The church folks trying to figure out 21.
It ain't in your app.
It's
not in your app.
Like what prophet is
This must be a new book.
That must be apocalyptic books.
Is that the Army version? Paul wrote that.
Paul wrote that.
I know you wanted to do dad jokes.
Yeah, man, let's get some of these dad jokes.
We ain't got time.
I want you to do one.
Yeah, let's get some of these dad jokes, man.
You do it. No, I don't know.
We'll do the game. I'm gonna do mine next week. We'll do the game next week.
All right, no dad jokes.
All right, we're gonna end like this.
Are we going?
All right, Bruce. This is that comedian edition.
Bruce got that.
Bruce or Eddie Griffin.
I got
To my fat Bruce.
Hey, I wasn't Eddie Griffin fan if I wasn't impressed that much. I ain't gonna count.
I can upgrade myself.
I wasn't impressed, bro. I'm a fan of his in movies.
Bruce?
No, Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin, yeah.
I like his movie more.
D.L. Hughley or Said the Entertainer.
Said.
But D.L. Hughley's set was found.
He funny.
He was that dope funny, bro.
He was though, but his set was still funny though. I'm saying Said was the weakest link. No. D.L. was the weakest. D.L. was the weakest.
Steve Harvey was the weakest link.
He was the host.
Here we go.
He said Harvey was the weakest.
Steve Harvey ain't blow Bernie Mac out.
He was the host.
Okay, but he didn't blow Bernie Mac out.
Yeah, he did. He did bring Bernie Mac out. He brought everybody out.
The weakest link was
Tucker or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
No movies. Hey, this is no movie. No movies. We just talking stand-up. No movies.
That's still Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, bro. Stand up.
Chris Tucker.
Eddie Murphy. Stand
How
up.
many you gonna Chris
Tucker, though.
you tripping?
Not his late one. But Chris stand up. Yeah, his own stand up. Stand up. I'm gonna go do that. I like Eddie Murphy and Delirious.
Eddie Catalog do kids.
Leave that pending.
Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
I gotta go Cat Williams.
Do you want it?
Cat Williams just a junkie, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams is like
Kevin Hart would have fucked.
I gotta go.
That man sold out Madison Square.
No, it ain't. That next one,
Kevin Hart first one beat all Cat Williams, but after that, bro, that first one, oh my God.
Pippin.
Man, Cat Williams went crazy. He went crazy.
That first Kevin Hart was crazy.
Steve Harvey or Chris Rock?
Steve Harvey. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Chris Rock because he's corny. Like he corny to me. Like he corny,
The
bro.
only reason I give it to Steve Harvey is because of Family Feud. I give him that.
But what are we doing this?
Yeah, stand up on TV.
It's still funny. It's outside of the movie. It's still funny.
Chris Rock ain't funny.
Yeah, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up only.
The host of Family
Bernie Mac. That's a hard one. Bernie Mac gonna kill Mark. Bernie Mac gonna kill Mark.
Stand up. Bernie Mac.
Stand up. Stand up.
Bernie Mac. Yeah.
Mike Epps.
I don't like Tracy Morgan. I don't like Tracy Morgan.
Mike Epps stupid, bro.
Right, I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's qualified.
No, he
Not as a stand-up
When you
comedian.
John Witherspoon or Red Fox?
Red Fox.
I like John Witherspoon.
I like when he dance. I never see him do stand-up.
I ain't seen Red Fox stand up.
Well, Red Fox then.
Tiffany Haddish or Monique?
Monique.
Yeah, Monique.
I don't like Tiffany.
Monique.
Her stand-up?
She say so.
Her stand-up?
I think he got more personality.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Tiffany a little corny to me. I'm sorry.
Tiffany, she's dry humor.
He try too hard. Yeah. Too hard.
Too many antics.
Y'all shouldn't have put that last one.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
But Richard Pryor, but Dave Chappelle.
Richard Pryor.
It's hard. It's hard against them two.
Dave Chappelle got to go in on category, man. He was
Without Richard Pryor, what's going on?
On this last one, we're going to do a vote. How many say Richard Pryor?
I can't.
Now. Why you do that?
Dave
He's still playing with real life facts.
You're right.
There wouldn't be no lane.
Why you do that?
Even with that lane.
They all learn from him.
If I go into your
But it wouldn't be no lane.
I mean, you do.
Then we shouldn't even do the
Use your mic.
Dang, you can't put them together.
Use your mic. Use your mic. Use your
They
mic.
should have put them two at the end together.
Right. He a whole rapper and won't use his mic.
Wait, Dave Chappelle.
It's like Michael Jordan.
That's hard, bro. Dave Chappelle and Richard Pryor, they both goats to me.
Mona banned Jay Chappelle.
Jay Chappelle?
Mona banned Dave Chappelle in our house for about 10 years.
Dave Chappelle funny, man.
I was watching the wrong episode.
Okay, all right. Can we let it go? That was like 27,000 years ago.
Them the goats down
Damn that joke,
Them
bro.
the goats down
But when
there.
he did Rick James, boy, in your couch.
That's not
Oh, you said stand up, but still, even his stand up, even Dave Chappelle's stand up, like he go there, like he really go there for real.
But man, the way Richard Pryor clown white people, bro.
Yeah, he did.
No respect, bro.
Yeah,
Richard Pryor, you know, white people. Bro, you ever seen Richard Pryor roast somebody?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just about a 2-hour show.
Yeah, we been up here a while.
We talked about two things.
Talking about that pastor, man.
Would you rather?
Would you rather be Prophet Isaiah, walk around butt bunker naked for 3 years?
What?
Did you really type out butt?
He did. He really did.
He was naked for 3 years. Or number 2, be Prophet Ezekiel, lay on your side for 430 days while cooking bread to eat over dung.
And y'all talking about spit.
Yeah.
Right.
Be the prophet Hosea and marry a prostitute.
Number 3.
Hosea, these are all
But hey, man, why he was naked?
I'm gonna explain. Let me explain.
Oh, we go back to my time.
I apologize.
Let the man talk. Say it.
Mike Todd, I'm sorry.
And he's been delivered.
Butt naked for 3 years.
The question I was gonna say was, so you gonna go on the pulpit and be butt naked and preach to the people?
And that monkey
That's
right in
number
one. Number one is that.
Hey, I know this. You can't say nothing about West End Shawty no more.
Right.
Shout out to West End.
For 3 years naked, as to represent the shame of Israel. The prophet Ezekiel laid on his side 390 days, facing the North Kingdom, which was Israel. For the 390 years, and then turned around and had to lay on his other side for 40 years facing Judah, and then cooked his bread over human feces until God said you can cook it.
Nobody's choosing number 2.
Until God said you can now cook it over dung, and then the prophet Hosea said
he got to marry a prostitute. You got to.
Which one you gonna do?
So hold on, did she stop prostituting after I married?
No, that's her job.
Your
Your spouse comes home every day,
But
smelling like something.
That's what I'm saying. God told that man to marry a hoe.
But see,
We gonna run it up.
She kept that bag in. She had that bag in. All the coins.
that means
She got all the tax bands. Can you rush?
to be real. At the same time, with him doing God's work or whatever, because I can't say nothing but it's God's work. Y'all showing me examples like that. He shouldn't apologize.
Right.
I believe.
Let
me say something about West End Shouty.
I never seen that man with a shirt on.
All right.
Okay?
West End Shouty takes his shirt off. Right? He's the guy that went viral for taking his shirt off at his mom's funeral. All right. I've been next to him. And this joker take a shot, but the power of God.
Yes. Every time. Every single time.
Right? I always fall. So that is not an antic. Now, it would be an antic to people who don't understand.
Exactly.
Like David. Like David danced out of clothes.
He went viral.
And they don't know the story before it.
And they saw and they thought it was an antic. But that is not an antic.
And in
that's
reality,
what he does.
He really overdressed.
I did, Facts. That no count.
They're going to put me in a spot where, like,
now,
can we say this man got delivered, though?
Oh, yeah.
He got delivered. I love it. Can we praise God? Can we get the shout music? Can we get the shout music? Because he praised God.
Kenzo gotta leave the buttons alone.
Which one?
You missing the moment, bro.
Well, he got delivered. He's delivered. We're good.
Bring us back to what Kaijo was saying. Putting the subject out and talking about it is still, you know what I'm saying, breaking it all the way down amongst each other.
How do we get back?
Everybody see.
Don't matter. He got delivered.
I just know that the answers always come before the test.
Yeah.
And it's like, if God tell you to do something that's embarrassing, do
Oh, you're so late. So late. So late.
Hey, but watch this though. They heard it on the show. Everybody watching heard it, and we couldn't hear it because the speaker music was going, and we just talking over music, and then we just showing late shot.
Oh, Lord, this is wrong.
Wow, little booth, man. Wow.
It's been a phenomenal day, man. We
That
love
right.
y'all.
Y'all still didn't pick which one y'all rather do. Y'all still didn't pick which one y'all rather do.
I'm walking around butt boots.
I know. I might just have to walk around naked, let that man swing. I had to let it swing.
I can't lay on the ground 430 days.
Yeah, I know. I gotta let it.
I can't cook my food.
It was what another great show we've had. Can we move on?
Everybody gonna buy it. It's over. 1K. It's over.
I did that.
Hey, we love y'all, man. We out of here. We out of here.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, y'all come to free life tonight. Free life.
We got plenty of antics. Plenty of antics. Plenty.
See y'all next week.
All the antics.
Which one they want?
Yeah.
We don't want none of them. That's what, yeah, you're right, man. Ew, wow. How you turn the page of the Bible? I'm so done. I'm done. Illustration, yeah. Illustration. Damn sure illustration.
We was there. I would love to see really we would.
Yeah, you will come. How many people come? How many people come back to church after that?
I never ate.
All the women will be there.
If that was like a real bad
It's the best thing in
I never ate.
Hey, but is that
Problem though, for real, that we
turned
don't
letters,
try to
don't
be
believe it.
as.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I feel that way.
Yes.
I feel that way.
Oh, we see this.
Don't you leave?
I-